Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. We are well overdue for a recession, and I think that we need to talk about this and also the alternatives or the safety precautions you need to be taking as an investor, but also as a person in the economy. So today I want to talk about how silver can protect you from the incoming recession and also why. Some of the benefits silver has compared to other investments and other alternatives. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Also subscribe if you are new because I do post daily videos. So anyways, a recession is definitely incoming. The dollar has collapsed. Nearly 98% of the purchasing power of the dollar is gone. The deflation because of hyperinflation is causing economies to start becoming more uptight, more fear, and more panic is setting in, also influencing the markets of precious metals and other markets as well. Stock market volatility drives people towards silver, so prices rise, so you can also aim to earn gains that way. But also we have the real estate, economy. That's the housing markets that's crashing. There's no property value rising because of the same stuff, the same fear. Trump's impeachment. We have the 2020 presidential election, Iran tensions, the Hong Kong protests, U.S.-China trade wars, Federal Reserve cutting interest rates. All of this stuff is aiming down the barrel and just waiting to push the trigger. And when things start to turn, you need to have gold and silver to protect yourself from the deflating dollar. People aren't going to trust banks. Anytime there's economic insecurity or any type of turmoil in the economy, when people are hesitant, when they are a little skittish of the government, of the banking systems, they turn towards gold and silver as safe haven alternatives or safe haven investments because it holds its value, because that's where the real value lies. And in those times, you can basically put your wealth, your hard-earned dollars, into a time capsule and preserve them as the dollar collapses. And then once the market or once the economy recovers, then you can transfer your wealth back to whatever it is, or you can keep it in that, depending on what's most convenient for yourself and what would be the best alternative. Now, I've made a lot of videos talking about, the best ways to stack your silver, or maybe the best ways to buy silver or selling your silver, which are extremely important topics. But if you don't understand the gist of this video, then you're extremely underprepared. I know a lot of you guys do come into the world of precious metals from, SHTF prepping scenarios, which is extremely good, and it's extremely it's comforting to know that, because most times, unlike other investments, most of the silver stacking community is stacking because of stuff like this, or for instances like this, preparing. But you have the people that are into stocks and other investments that are missing the entire purpose of investing, because they're still investing into something that's falling. Stock markets are attached to a dollar value, and if the dollar's collapsing, then what do you think stocks are going to do when everything falls? I mean, it doesn't make sense. So you have to be stacking or investing into something that has intrinsic value. Now let's talk about intrinsic value within itself. When you're talking about intrinsic value, that is something that has value within itself. So no matter who says that 1 ounce silver coin is worth what, whoever says that coin is worth what, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Spot price is irrelevant, because the true value is inside of the coin. The metal is the value, not the spot price. So I'm gonna read the definition of intrinsic. I just looked it up. So intrinsic: belonging, naturally, essential. The access to the arts is intrinsic to a high quality of life. So it's inside. It's natural. It's a natural price. It's not man-made. Look at the dollar. The dollar is, it's not intrinsic whatsoever, because there's no value within the dollar bill. The paper isn't valuable. If the paper could do something that was valuable, then it could be intrinsic, but it doesn't. It's just the government or the Federal Reserve claiming that that dollar has X amount of purchasing power, but it's lost 98% of its value, and we're $24 trillion in debt. So I don't see how the dollar could be valuable whatsoever. It's actually not at all. We're so far in debt that basically at this point which it actually mentioned in an article I was reading earlier today. They're going to have to cut back the amount of dollars they're pumping into the system because it's oversaturating the market and it's making it even more worthless. Look at all these third world countries right now. Their dollar is so oversaturated, so worthless that they carry their money in trash bags and they weigh their money on scales when they go to pay for something, because it's like a dollar having the purchasing power of a couple pennies. So you can't just give them, if you want to buy something for $5 or $10, you have to put thousands of bills, you have to count out thousands of bills, even if they're $100 bills. And that's something that's headed our way as well, even in the richer countries, even in the richer areas of the world. We're all going to the same direction. It's all the same end result, because it's all based off of a fiat based system. This is why so many countries are using cryptocurrency now, or other alternatives. I mean, we ourselves used the gold standard at one point. Obviously that was deemed off, but it was our best hope. But since we've pushed away from precious metals, which I also made a video about recently, why we did that and the thought behind it, if you guys want to check that out. But ever since then we've been SOL, and we're just riding the ride, we're riding the wave, just waiting for something to happen. Now there has to be some type of adjustment, because this is not working. I mean, obviously it's not working. If we were a couple billion in debt, it would be more acceptable or justifiable. But $24 trillion and growing more by the day. It's not like it's getting better. If you go to usdebtclock.org, that thing is going red and red more and more. It's not ever going to go green. It's never going to be going up. We're never going to have it's extremely too late. We're way too deep in the hole to even dig ourselves out. And the worst part is we're trying to get ourselves out of debt by replacing it with more debt, by pumping in more dollars, by printing off more dollars with nothing to back it. It's just not going to work, and it never has worked, and it never will work. So during all this, while all of this is happening, at least we have a choice, and the best choice is gold and silver. At least we have the option to because there is no solution. It's not like we have a solution. All we can do is use an alternative method, because the solution's way past due. There's no solution. There never will be. The only thing we can do as people, as citizens, as humans, is transfer our money into something that holds its value and hold on to the wave and ride the wave out. And that's what people have done time and time again throughout the history of the world. I mean, silver's been used for 6,000 years for these same principles and these same reasons. This 6,000 years, the dollar's never worked. It never has. It's brand new. If you're looking in terms of silver's time frame as used as a currency versus the dollar is a baby, a newborn baby, compared to how long gold and silver have been used. Because people know something, they see the value. I mean, silver's used for so many things in the world. If you hold, all right, I'll put it this way. If you've ever held a $20 bill in one hand and a 1-ounce silver coin in the other hand, you can instantly tell which one has more value. I mean, it's incredible how you can feel the density of even in an ounce of silver, and how much an ounce of silver is used in the everyday world. If you even have 1 ounce of silver, you're more wealthy than 99.9% of the population. Even the people that have thousands of dollars, of fiat dollars, more than you're more wealthy than they are. Because what is the definition of wealth? I mean, what does wealth mean? Because if you do have even if you have like $50,000, $100,000 in the bank, and someone else only has 100 ounces of silver, the $50,000 in the bank within 5-10 years is going to be, you won't be able to purchase a fifth of what you can nowadays. But the person that has 100 ounces of silver, not only will they still have that 100 ounces of silver, which is extremely valuable, but also the spot price will potentially rise. That it has opportunity to rise in spot price, and the coins themselves have opportunity and potential to rise in value. So it's definitely the better investment. It's the better option. I mean, obviously you need to still stack fiat currency because it is the most liquid. You need to be able to pay your bills, be able to buy food from the store. That should be obvious. But you do need to be taking control of your future, financial future. And the end goal is financial freedom. And that's what gold and silver can bring to you. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys found it somewhat educational or entertaining or even just informational. If you did, please make sure to smash that like button. I highly appreciate it if you did. I'm trying to make videos to teach people to spread the message so people are more prepared for what's about to come. I don't want to be a fear pusher. I don't want to scare people because, honestly, it's never as bad as people claim it to be. People over catastrophize it. Media is going to over catastrophize it for views, to draw people's attention in, because fear definitely does draw people's attention in more than anything. So they're going to make it sound much worse than it is, but you always want to prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and being prepared will always be better than not preparing at all. And gold and silver is definitely that alternative. That's the whole point of the video. So I do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like this video. Liking these videos is definitely the best way to support the channel. It will help spread other videos as well, and other channels for other people that aren't even in the investing world yet, to hopefully find these videos and start stacking themselves, or at least plant that seed and get educated. Also, make sure to subscribe, because I do post daily videos, and if you want to stay tuned in the world of precious metals on a day-to-day basis, what silver price is, what's going on in the silver world, what are the best solutions, then make sure you do subscribe, because I will always keep you guys informed on a daily basis. So thank you guys for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.